In this video, we're going to talk about some very important documents that you need to know about. Plus, do you need a license to sell these in your state? Let's find out. All right, guys, so by now you should be all set up with setting up your account and everything. So what we're going to talk about, just give you a little bit more insight on some very important documents and some information that you definitely need to know about licensing in your state, if that's even required, which we're going to talk about here in a second. So let's just jump right into it. So of course, I'm already logged into my TVC Matrix, back office here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the associate section here, and I'm going to scroll down here to where it says sales support. So if I click on that, it's going to bring up this page here. And on this page here, you're going to see a lot of different types of documents and all kinds of presentations and logos and all kinds of cool stuff that you can use for marketing purposes. For example, here's some MCA registered logos that you can use, information about some of the other different products, training manuals, MCA training. You can print it out. You can even download it and watch it on your iPad or whatever. Of course, there's some cool presentations, and this is all stuff that's provided by corporate, so you can definitely take advantage of a lot of this information, especially if you're marketing certain products. As you can see, MCA TVC, they sell a lot of different types of products that you can definitely use and take advantage of. And of course, you have your summaries of MCA, of the total security plan and all the different ones, because in different states, the plans might vary a little bit in regards of, you might have this particular benefit in this state, but maybe not in that state. So all this really breaks a lot of that stuff down. This is kind of like insurance. So some states look at these types of products and services as insurance. So it kind of varies, per state. It's not car insurance. I don't want to say it's that. Just certain states look at it a little bit differently. So you'll be able to see what's available in certain states, like in California, New York. It might vary in terms of the services that are provided versus probably the majority of the other states, in the US. Different brochures, a lot of miscellaneous documents. There's your W-9 form, address change stuff, all kinds of stuff here, guys. And then so you'll get a lot of great information. So I definitely encourage you to get back here and check a lot of this stuff out. It could definitely be some stuff that you can definitely use, or really just make you aware of what's available. Okay. Do I have all this stuff downloaded on my computer? No, but I know where a lot of this stuff is at. If it ever comes up and I need to, retrieve some of this information, I know where to go. I just log back into TVC Matrix, go to sales support here, and then I scroll down and pick up whatever I need to pick up, or review whatever I need to review. So a lot of cool stuff here. Now, what I want to do, I want to shift gears here. We're going to talk a little bit about licensing with MCA. Now, again, like I said before, I think it's about 15 or 16 states. Don't quote me, but it's definitely no more than 16 states here in the U.S. that require us to actually be licensed in that state to be able to sell these memberships, right? So what you want to do is actually come back to your documents page under the sales support section, and if you scroll down, so if you're not sure if there is a license requirement for your state, all you have to do is come here and find your state. So for example, if I lived in, let's just say Oklahoma, right? So if I click on Oklahoma, I'm going to wait for a little document here. Let's see. Let me see. Let me look here. State of Oklahoma. Looks like there is a license for the state of Oklahoma, and it gives me all the information that I need to do here, right here. So it's telling me complete the application, sign the form, fill out all the appropriate information on the form, send, whatever monies I need to send. And then of course, here's the state documents for that particular state. For the state of Oklahoma, I just fill out all this information here. And and me personally, I live here in the state of Nevada. I actually had to do this exact same thing here. I just filled out all the information, and all I did, I just followed the instructions that they laid out right here. I didn't have to call corporate or anything like that. I just filled out all the information that they told me to fill out here, and in the form above, and I just sent out all the appropriate information, money orders, whatever, to the appropriate people, and boom, I was set. Now, again, that's a licensed state. If I chose, let's say Ohio, let's look here. And so the state of Ohio, your state does not require a motor club license. Does that make sense? So, but most states don't. So it just all depends on what state that you're in, if it's going to require you to actually be licensed. Let's just look at a few other ones here. Let me think here. Let's look at Georgia. Georgia, your state does not require a motor club license. And let's look at, say, Texas. And if I live in Texas, okay, so there is a license requirement for people that reside in Texas. So what does that entail? All I do is I complete the information. You must sign and all the information, blah, 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 right? Fill out the appropriate information, your date of birth. And of course, the filing fee is $10. So it looks like there's only a $10 fee for me to be licensed in the state of Texas if I reside in Texas. Okay, so if I reside in a state that requires a license, I need to be licensed to be able to sell memberships across the country. Okay, I have to at least be licensed in my state that I reside in. Okay, now, can I sell a membership in another state and that state requires a license? As long as I have a license in my state that requires one as well, yes, I can. Okay, does that make sense? So, for example, here is Texas. Let's say I'm in Texas and I get my license. How much is it going to cost me in the state of Texas? $10, right? Boom. Get that done. Go through the process. Now I'm licensed in the state of Texas, right? You just assume I'm living in Texas, right? Which I used to live in Texas, but let's say I'm still living in Texas, and let's say, you know, I'm online and someone wants to enroll and get the membership that lives, let's say, in Oklahoma. Well, do I have to go out and get an Oklahoma license as well? No. As long as I have a license in the state that I reside in that requires one, I'm good. If you live in an unlicensed state, you're straight. Okay, so you know, you can just sell all over the place, right? So just keep in mind, and remember, if you ever have any questions about licensing, you can always contact support. They're there for you to be able to answer questions, help you through the process and everything. How much does a license cost? Depends on your state. It's all, and has nothing to do with MCA. It's all about the state that you reside in. That's why the prices are different. In some states, look at this particular product and they want to put it in the category of insurance. So if you want to sell insurance, what do you have to be? You have to be licensed. So that's really where a lot of that kind of comes from, you know. But it's real simple. We have a lot of licensed associates, you know, on our team and even around the country within the community of MCA. So you definitely want to make sure that you're following all the information. So to do that, all you got to do, again, log in, go to sales support. When you go to sales support, just scroll down and find your state and it'll let you know. If you do live in a licensed state, don't worry, just follow the information and become licensed, right? It'll definitely be worth it. Trust me, okay? I'm gonna just leave it at that. So just go ahead and do it so you can be in position to really, you know, change your life. So you can really be in a position to make some big things happen. So don't let that discourage you if you have to have a license in your state. I live in a state that requires a license. Did it. Used to live in the state of Texas, you know, that had to get a license. Did it. Does that make sense? So you just have to, if you live in a state that requires a license, you have to be a licensed associate before you can start earning commissions. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. Real simple. Definitely not rocket science. Just follow the information, and remember, if you have any questions, you can always contact support. You know, they're going to be able to help you, and if you got any questions about that, and of course, you know, you can definitely reach out to the support of your team as well, and they'll be able to answer some questions for you if you have questions about licensing and some of the other documents that are in your back office. So that's it, guys. I'll let you get back to it. Check out all the information. Check and see if you are required to have a license to sell these. If so, go through the process, If not, it's time to get to work. So with that said, guys, we'll see you on the next video. Peace.